This is the sketchbook that accompanied me all throughout my art block. It took me quite long to finish. Here we have like the day that I started it in February 2020 and finished it last December. So it really took me ages. The reason is just that I got hit by major art block and basically couldn't motivate myself to draw at all. And whenever I did draw, it looked horrible and I hated it. But towards the end of the sketchbook, I really found my love for drawing. And I mean, as you will see once we start, like I glued a lot of stuff in there, which is just because I hated so many of the pages, because I didn't really put any effort into them. But now it's my favorite sketchbook so far. So this is number 3. I'm almost finished with my 4th sketchbook, so there will also be a sketchbook for that. But I'll just stop talking now so we can start with the tour, which is probably what you're all here for, not my rambling. Yeah, so this is just a page I did as kind of an introduction. Yeah, so here we have just some sketches with pencil, and here's something we did for German class, because we read a novel called Der Untertan and we were supposed to design a cover. I definitely went overboard here. This is not a good cover. There's just way too much going on, but I had a lot of fun with it, so it's okay. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I also just stuck some pages together because there's like very intimate stuff in there, which I will show you if it's not too bad. Yeah, so here I was just writing down some song lyrics and drawing accordingly, and here are some very disturbing, very bad eyes. Yeah, so this is I was trying something new here, but I don't really like the amount of gold watercolor I used. I feel like it's just a bit too much and it looks a bit weird. And this is just like a rent or a vent, whatever you call it. I'm sorry, English is not my first language. Yeah, here I was studying for my 4-hour exam in biology. I wanted to make this really pretty. As you can tell, that didn't work out at all, but hey, we have some neurobiology in here. Yeah, just a sketch. Yeah, as you can tell, I was experimenting a lot in here. There's a lot going on. I'm constantly switching my style, and I'm still doing it. I still don't have a consistent art style. Let's be real. Yeah. Here I was watching Sherlock for the first time in 2020, I think. Maybe I watched it before and I was just rewatching it. But I started this page and then didn't really know what to do with it, and came back 2 years later or 2.5 years later. So those 2 sketches are from last year, actually. And here I put in a sketch, like, because I think what's below there just looks quite crappy. So yeah, just a doodle I probably did in school. Yeah, here's just some sketches for a project I did for my philosophy class, but I think that was like 4 years ago. I just put it in there because I didn't know what to do with it and I didn't want to throw it away. I don't like how this looks, but still. And then here we have a few faces again. As you can tell, I still really struggle with face anatomy, especially if you look at that one. But it's okay, we're working on it, we're getting better. Yeah, these are from art class, but they're like from 2019. But again, I didn't know what to do with them. I hated the sketches I did on the actual page, so I just glued this on top of it. As you can tell, that's something, or that's the only thing that's consistent in this art style in the sketchbook. I'm just constantly like gluing stuff on top of the sketches because I don't like them, but it's okay. I feel like this sketchbook really looks good simply because of that. Yeah, and here I just some random planning for an album I made. So I just glued or like stuck another one of the sketches on top of it. And here we have a really terrifying eye. I think I started with the intention of making this look good, and then I realized that I'm still very outblocked, so I just rushed it, and it's a bit terrifying. But it's okay. Sketchbooks are not meant to be perfect. Yeah, what do we have here? Oh, here's something I did for this kind of startup competition we did in school. So we basically had to write a plan for our business, and then those who managed to get into the final had to do a presentation, and I was just trying to do some designs for the presentation. And here we just have a few photos of some of my drawings. We did a presentation in French class. We had to talk about our passion. So I just printed out some pictures of some of my drawings. Fun fact, all of these were for school. Like Still Life. Still Life. This was in year 11, year 12, year 12, year 12, year 12 probably. It's a bit ironic because I wasn't drawing at all when I did a presentation about art being my passion, but let's just not talk about that. Also, I only have one hand because I am holding the microphone with my other, so this is proving to be a bit difficult. Will I manage it? Yes, no, yes. Oh, perfect. Also, I'm a bit sick, if you can tell, so I'm sorry if my voice sounds a bit rough. Here I was trying to get into gouache, but I was really struggling with it, and I still am. I still haven't figured out how to use gouache, and this is something I saw when I went for a walk, and I found it quite fascinating, so I just kind of sketched it. Another attempt at gouache, some random doodle sketch, whatever. This is terrifying. I don't know what I did there. Let's just not talk about that one. And here we, it was also done in school. We just did some graffitis, like we were just allowed to mess around a bit and try it out, and I actually really liked how it looks, so I also just put it into my sketchbook. I hate this. I put so much effort into this, and then I realized that I just wasn't getting it right because the paper can't really take watercolors, so the layering didn't really work. So I hate it, but it's still in there. And here I just did some very cute doodles. Around Christmas 2020. Another attempt at gouache. This isn't too bad, but it's very, very simple. So yeah, also the paper wasn't amazing for gouache, and here I just sketched some cats, and I didn't manage to get the head right, so I just put some flowers there. You need to get creative when you can't draw. So next we have some more experiments with my style. I don't know, I like this style, but I don't like drawing in the style, if you know what I mean. It's just not really my cup of tea. But it was fun to try it. Also, if you can tell, the sketchbook is not chronological. Like here we have something from 2021, and here's 2022, and I think this is also 2022. So bear with me. Some more gouache. The paper couldn't really take the color, but it's okay. And the cat is a bit too fat and small, but I don't know. I like the vibe of this. It's very simple. But I like the atmosphere, and here I was just messing around, trying to be a bit more creative. But yeah, I really like this. Also, I like the color scheme of the spread. Yeah, here are just some sketches for a project we did in school again. So I'm taking an art advanced class, and we're allowed to spray or like paint on the walls of our cafeteria. If I don't forget it, I can insert a picture here so you can see how what the end result looks like. And honestly, afterwards my back hurts so much because I was drawing towards like the bottom of the wall, as you can maybe see here. And my back hurt so much afterwards because I was sitting there for like, I don't know, 6-8 hours straight. I had a backache for days. Yeah. Just some random sketches. This is not an original idea, or like I didn't copy off of the photo, but off of a drawing. I will try to find the original artist and put the name on the screen. But just a quick disclaimer. Here I drew a horse, and I really struggle with the horse's anatomy. It's so difficult, and just a random doodle of a girl playing the guitar. Just some more sketches. Those I did when I was in Italy with my family, and we didn't have any internet access, like no connection at all. So I was just doodling on some paper I brought for schoolwork, which I didn't use for schoolwork because, yeah, who does that? I mean, I had the right intentions, but I couldn't be bothered. This is a bit dark, but I really love this sketch. It's reflecting on the camera, which is a bit annoying. But I still love this. And I don't know what I did here. I kind of just attacked the page with red and black. But somehow it looks kind of cool. I don't know. I might try to implement this in a painting as a background, if I can recreate it, because I said earlier, just attack the page. Another graffiti attempt. And here I just had some gouache left and didn't want to waste it, so I just put some color onto the paper and turned the splotches into pandas. Okay, what's next? Oh, and some more doodles from Italy. That was around the time when I was really trying to get back into drawing after my year-long art block. The anatomy is kind of, and the proportions are kind of off. If you look at this, for example, like the arm is a bit too short. But I don't know, I like this one because it's quite dynamic. And I'm really struggling to capture like dynamic poses, but I think it went quite well here. Yeah. Oh, okay. I did this page several months after my horse died, just to, I don't know, just put some pictures in here for the memories. And a very, very kind person from my barn gifted me this, I don't know the word in English, bracelet. I'm still very thankful for that. So it's like out of his hair, and I just drew that here and put some pictures in here. On a more positive note, here I was experimenting with Ohuhu markers, like Ohuhu pastel markers, I think. Just I didn't put that much work in here, but I was just trying to have fun with art again. I don't know, I kind of find her face creepy. And here's another doodle I did in Italy, so it's in ballpoint pen, and I think I just went over here with like Ohuhu markers, which kind of to add just a bit of color, but I did it when I was home, and obviously the paper isn't really suited for that. Another graffiti attempt. And I think here I actually tried Ohuhu markers for the first time. I don't really like how it turned out. Like, I was really struggling because I I don't know, I just did a very rough sketch and I wasn't actually in the mood to draw, so I just abandoned it quite quickly, so this is not finished at all. Another attempt at gouache, and here I was swatching the Mozart aquarelle, like watercolors. Yeah, not very spectacular. Here I just have some cards and cute notes from my friends, and another failed attempt with the hoo-hoo markers. I don't know, I really just wasn't feeling it at all, as you probably might be able to tell. Another gouache one, and just one single eye, because I really like this and I was afraid of messing it up, so I just left it the way it is. And I also really like this attempt with gouache, like the colors and all that. I was positively surprised because here I kind of felt like I was getting gouache. I lost all the realizations I had that day. Like I can't do gouache. It's just something I really struggle with. Yeah, just some very small sketches. This I took while I was out on a hike with the horse I'm taking care of sometimes, and this is a sketch from I think I drank ahead in Italy, and here I just stuck some receipts on the page and then just did a rough sketch. Here I was trying to get into oil pastels. Here I was really struggling, but I really like this one. Yeah, again, it's quite dynamic. I like the colors because they are quite vibrant, and it just it looks happy, you know. Or it gives off happy vibes. Yeah, another attempt with oil pastels. I was getting frustrated here. It doesn't look the way I wanted it to, but I think I really like this technique I used here, where I just layered a lot of oil pastels on top of each other and then scraped it off. So it really gives this impression of light. I'm not using oil pastels that often, but it's a technique I really need to remember if I ever do. Yeah, another gouache attempt. Nothing special here. It's also like a Pinterest reference, so I think it's something that it's very basic, you know, like it's a reference many people use, I think. Yeah, here I was just doing some sketches for a philosophy project where we were allowed to do a creative work based on Hannah Arendt's theories. I don't know what they are called in English. In German it's über das Böse. Yeah, I actually really love this. I think like turning philosophical concepts into art is something I really enjoy. So I really need to do it more often. Yeah, just a lot of sketches here, a lot of random ideas. Here I was struggling with insomnia, as you can tell, so very scribbly because I was just tired, and I don't know what this is. I just like the texture, or not the texture, but like how it looked. Again, insomnia. Yeah, I don't know if I like this. I'm a bit torn. And the last page. So here I just sketched some of the pictures I took when I was in Vienna with my class, or not my class, but like we have in Germany in year 12 and 13 we have this class where we have to write a thesis paper, and in the end you kind of just go to a place, or you go on a trip, and we went to Vienna. Yeah, and I don't know, this is the Hundertwasser Museum. And here just like some cute little things I saw, and I just found this very funny, which was called Philosoph, which is why I took a picture and drew it. And that is the end of the sketchbook. I am very sorry for my talking pace. I am a very fast talker, and it's something I definitely need to work on, but I hope you understood everything. I think my main takeaway from this sketchbook is that I really just need to draw, even if I don't feel like it, or even if like the circumstances aren't perfect. I need to just pick up the pencil and draw. Because usually, like, if you get back into it, and if you lose your fear of having to make your sketchbook look perfect, it actually looks better. Because like in the sketchbook, I didn't care anymore in the end, and it's definitely one of my best sketchbooks. So yeah, just do it. Just draw, and in the end, you'll probably be surprised by how your sketchbook turns out. There will be another sketchbook tour soon, because as I said, I've almost finished my 4th sketchbook, and I also have like my 2 oldest sketchbook, which are quite horrible if I'm being frank. But I think it might be interesting to look at them just to see the progress I've made. So yeah, I'm hoping to see you soon in another video, and I hope you have a nice day and that you get in some art, no matter whether it looks good or not to you, no matter whether you like the outcome or not. But just do some art, because art is supposed to be fun, you know? So yeah, see you in the next video.